The goal wasn't just physical weakness, but spiritual purification. In the 19th and early 20th centuries, forced feeding became a brutal response to hunger strikes, particularly among imprisoned suffragettes in Britain and America. Women who refused food in protest were strapped into chairs, while rubber tubes were forced through their noses or mouths into the stomach. Prison doctors often used oversized tubes or deliberately rough handling to break the will of the strikers. Eyewitness accounts describe bleeding, vomiting, and long-term damage to the throat and stomach. On the other side of the spectrum, starvation itself was used as a silent execution method. In certain workhouses and penal colonies, food rations could be reduced until death occurred naturally, leaving little evidence of direct violence. While the ducking stool is often associated with Europe, similar punishments appeared across Asia and the Middle East, each adapted to local customs and geography. In 17th century Japan, misubuse involved binding the accused and submerging them in rivers or wells. Sometimes it was an interrogation method. The victim would be held underwater until near unconsciousness, then pulled up for questioning before being submerged again. In parts of the Ottoman Empire, women accused of adultery could face sudavasa, water trial, where they were tied inside a wooden frame and lowered into the Bosphorus or a local harbor. Death wasn't guaranteed, but the intention was clear: frighten, punish, and shame in front of the community. These methods carried a dual message. Not only was the accused physically punished, but her uncontrolled nature was symbolically cooled by the water, reflecting a belief that female misconduct was a form of dangerous heat needing to be extinguished. Hair might seem trivial compared to the horrors of iron spikes or branding, but in many societies it carried deep cultural meaning. Removing it could be a punishment as psychologically devastating as physical torture. In ancient Greece and Rome, enslaved women could have their hair cut as a sign of punishment or sale, stripping away markers of status or beauty. In some medieval convents, nuns accused of breaking their vows were forcibly tonsured, their hair shaved in a ritual of disgrace. During World War II, public head shaving became a common punishment for women accused of collaborating with occupying forces. In France, after liberation, thousands of women, many of them accused, some entirely innocent, were dragged into public squares, their heads shaved as crowds jeered. The act wasn't just about marking someone, it was about removing the right to be anonymous. With every glance from a neighbor or stranger, the punishment renewed itself. In England and colonial America, a legal process called peine forte et dure, strong and hard punishment, was reserved for those who refused to plead in court. The accused would be laid on the ground, a board placed on the body, and stones or iron weights added until they agreed to plead